The dark psychology billionaires use to control you and steal your wealth. They are not just rich, they are powerful, more powerful than governments, more influential than presidents, more controlling than you'd ever imagine. And it's not just about money, it's about control. Control over what you see, what you believe, how you think, how you feel, and ultimately what you do with your time, your energy, and your money. This isn't fiction, this is dark psychology weaponized. Billionaires have spent decades studying human behavior, not out of curiosity, but out of necessity. To maintain power, you don't just need wealth, you need control. The kind of control that seeps into the unconscious, hijacks your instincts, and makes you think the decisions you make were your own. Let's begin by breaking down the psychology they use to trap you. It starts with behavioral conditioning. Humans at their core respond to four main triggers: authority, scarcity, social proof, and reward. These psychological triggers are hardwired into our brains. We obey authority figures, we panic when something is scarce, we follow the crowd, and we chase pleasure while avoiding pain. Now ask yourself, when you see a billionaire-backed product, a guru's coaching program, or an exclusive investment opportunity, how often are those exact triggers used? Only 50 seats left. Join now and learn the secrets billionaires don't want you to know. Everyone else is doing it, don't get left behind. Trusted by CEOs, celebrities, and top investors. This isn't marketing, it's manipulation. They don't just want to sell you something, they want to own your attention, your trust, your identity. Let's talk about identity. One of the darkest psychological tricks is not to change what you do, but to change who you believe you are. If they convince you that you're a winner, a visionary, a self-made future millionaire, you'll behave accordingly. You'll buy the course, invest in the project, promote the scheme, because doing those things reinforces your new identity. And if it fails, you don't blame them, you blame yourself. This is emotional hijacking. They deliberately create high-energy environments, motivational speeches, dramatic music, stories of struggle turned success. You cry, you feel empowered, you believe. But in that state, your critical thinking is offline. You're not reasoning anymore, you're reacting. You feel like you're taking control of your life, but you're giving it away. You're not buying a product, you're buying permission. Permission to feel good about yourself. Permission to believe you're on the right track. And that's worth far more than the $999 they just took from your bank account. And then comes the second layer, financial schemes. They push strategies the average person doesn't fully understand. Zero-down loans, leveraged investments, options trading, NFTs, early crypto tokens. They make them sound like shortcuts to wealth. But behind the scenes, they've already secured their exit. You're taking the risk. They're collecting the fees. And when it collapses, they call it market correction. You call it, I just lost my savings. You've seen the ads. Make passive income from Airbnb without owning property. Retire early with this crypto strategy. Use OPM, other people's money, to get rich. They make it sound simple, but simplicity is a mask. Behind the mask are high fees, hidden terms, penalties, and contracts designed by corporate lawyers. And what's worse, they use your data to target your weakest moments. This is the age of surveillance capitalism. Billionaires fund tech companies that track every click, every swipe, every moment of hesitation. They know when you're vulnerable. They know when you're scared, when you're bored, when you're desperate. And they deliver the perfect ad, the perfect offer, at the perfect time, directly to your screen. They don't just use your behavior, they shape it. Algorithms show you only what keeps you engaged. Fear-based headlines, fake success stories, content that confirms your bias and inflames your emotion. This is no longer persuasion, it's behavioral engineering. Then, they escalate it with social pressure. They stage events, launch hype campaigns, trigger FOMO, fear of missing out. Suddenly, everyone's in. Your feed is full of success stories. Your favorite influencer just bought into the project. People are showing off new cars, watches, freedom lifestyles. You feel left out. You feel behind. And so you act, not out of logic but fear, not out of strategy but urgency. You throw in your time, your money, your belief. And when the bubble pops, you're not just broke, you're ashamed. And the billionaires, they're already on to the next scheme. Because here's the truth. They don't sell products. They sell hope. They sell status. They sell fantasies. But hope without action is delusion. Status without integrity is hollow. And fantasies without facts are fraud. Here's the next layer of their control: institutional power. These billionaires don't stop at your phone. They influence policy. They fund think tanks. They lobby politicians. They donate to campaigns, not out of generosity, but to write the rules in their favor. Tax codes are written with loopholes just for them. Labor laws weakened so they can cut costs. Environmental regulations erased so they can profit faster. And who pays the price? You. Through inflation, through wage stagnation, through broken systems. While they hide profits in offshore accounts, you're paying more for groceries, gas, rent, and healthcare. They claim to be job creators, innovators, visionaries, but most of the time, they're exploiters, extractors, illusionists, masters of the system, masters of the mind. So what can you do? Are you doomed to be a pawn in their game? Absolutely not. Here's how you fight back.